I've been running, running round, upside down, inside out. I've been
Here are 5 things I hate about Tanzania. Number one,
inside out.
mosquitoes. um, I hate mosquitoes in general. Bloodsuckers. I don't like bloodsuckers. Where stagnant waters lie, they're bloodsuckers. And I despise bloodsuckers. And there are mosquitoes everywhere. And when I got here, I didn't know it was going to be an issue for me, right? I thought, whatever, everywhere has mosquitoes. But man, it's like they come out and, I don't know. I just didn't like it, right? And over time, it became something that I was able to control. When I first got here, of course, I didn't know everything, but as I stayed here, I realized how to alleviate that issue and not have mosquitoes be an issue for me. And so, it was in the beginning, it was the mosquitoes, right? But now, I don't have a problem with mosquitoes. They're not in the house. I don't have to worry about them at night. I did get a mosquito net put in my room, and so I did use that for a couple of nights. But after a while, I started realizing that I really don't even need it. Also, I learned something about these mosquitoes here in Tanzania, and maybe all the whole of Africa, where malaria was a problem. So I'm not saying it's not here, but from my information, from the people that I've been speaking with while being here, I've been told that for the last 10 years, there hasn't been a malaria outbreak at all from mosquitoes. So I didn't like the mosquitoes in the first, but after a while, I realized how to take care of that issue. And so, mosquitoes. Number two, I'm seeing a great Western influence here. And in the barbershops, I should say, on the what do you call it? The windows of these barbershops, some of them, they have images of the haircuts of celebrities. And I'm like, you didn't cut their hair, right? I'm like, why? Why not have the people that you cut their hair with their images on? And for a moment, like it bothered me. Like, I don't want to see these rappers from America on the windows, the walls of these barbershops. I have no desire to see that. I want to see Tanzanian people. These barbers here, highly skilled. I had a cat cut my hair with just one set of clippers. He didn't use a edger or a trimmer or anything. He used that one set of clippers to do all of it. These guys are amazing barbers. And I wasn't able to see the amazing work that they have done because they have all these celebrities plastered across the windows and the walls. So, I also know, side note, I also know that I learned, I should say, that the people here, some of them, will request compensation for their images to be on. So I thought to myself, maybe that's the reason why that they don't do it. But I don't want to see more rap. I want to see rappers on the American rappers on the walls of the barbershop in these places. I guess maybe that's what maybe they're implying that this is what they can do. But I just found it a little it was a little unsettling for me. But anyhow, I didn't like that. Number three. So the third thing that I don't like about Tanzania, on the service vehicles, like, so they have these three-wheeled vehicles, and they have bikes. They have medium-sized buses, small buses, and they have large buses. And on some of these vehicles are plastered Western images, whether it be rappers or movie stars. I don't know if the mindset is because this image is on the back of these vehicles that it would bring you more business. I don't know. These people aren't, by and large, role models. The jewelry dripping, the tattooed up, like, they're not role models. They're I don't know. I just didn't care for these American images to be the ones that you plaster on the back of your vehicle for whatever reason. There's so much more to be able to display than a jewelry dripped wrapper or some Mzungu movie star on the back of a bus. Like, that's what I saw. I saw an image of, it looked like Sylvester Stallone, old Sylvester Stallone, and it almost looked Rambo-ish, and it had like Asian writing. I'm in Tanzania. Why? Maybe they own the bus. I don't know, but I'm in Tanzania, Africa. I don't need to see Sylvester Stallone on the back of a bus. Like, I want to see the people here, the atmosphere here. It's my opinion. That's what I didn't like. The fourth thing I didn't like, or I don't like about Tanzania, I don't like the fact that every other ethnic group is here except the ethnic group of those that are descendants of slaves in America. Like, my people aren't here. They're not taking advantage of what's here, not only in Tanzania, but across the continent. It's frustrating because I see Mzungus, I see people from India, the Chinese, they're here building, and I'm talking major building, not small building. There's a large majority of Indian population in the downtown Dar es Salaam area, and from what I understand from the individuals that I've been speaking to here and that have been showing me around and just educating me on this continent, they are saying that the Indian population is more respectful than others. They know Swahili thoroughly, like they speak it fluently, and so they're able to make moves here. And I mean, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. These Mzungus come here, and wherever they go, for the most part, it's an invasion. It's a takeover. It's a disservice to the locals, and I don't like that. I don't like that because of my experience as a descendant of slaves in America. Mzungus being here is a trigger for me, and seeing them like they're enjoying this place. They are taking advantage of the opportunities of this place for themselves and their family for generations. I mean, they're dignitaries. There's one particular dignitary that has land here that he flies in, American dignitary, he flies in to Tanzania on his property. In my estimation, Mzungus are too comfortable on this continent. And the fact that my people aren't here is disheartening. But I would like to change that narrative. I would like to be the catalyst, one of the catalysts to change that narrative, to make this experience for them more palatable. Something that they can take back home if they're visiting. They could take back and start figuring out how to build, and then come back and build, because there's ample opportunity. Anything, everything can be done and created here on the continent, and I'm going to do my best to be one of the catalysts of driving that. So, and last but not least, number 5, there's just not enough people that look like me, Black Americans. It's just not enough. The opportunities that are here are endless, and I want to see more of us. And not only do I want to see more of us, they want to see more of us. The Tanzanian people want to see more of us, especially when we speak Swahili. They love it. The little bit of Swahili that I know. I mean, kidogo sana that I know. When I say it, they light up. They light up. And when I saw this, I could only imagine how these people would be so willing to communicate with me, willing to, just willing, their hearts willing. If I could speak it, it's eye-opening to me because of the unlimited opportunity that's here for Black Americans, and we're not here. I don't like that. I don't like that. We need to be here. You, my brothers and sisters, descendants of slavery in America, you need to be here. You need to be here. Especially if you're willing to have a paradigm shift and you're willing to adapt to this environment and get out of it what you need from it without robbing it. We know what that is. Listen, Black Americans who are descendants of slavery, we know the feeling of being robbed of our heritage, robbed of our land, robbed of our ideas, robbed of our love from one another. We've been robbed. For 500 years, nearly 500 years, or at least 500 years, or maybe more. I've done the calculations lately, but we've been robbed. And because of that, we need to come here with the mindset of building for not only ourselves, but also for the greater community at large. We cannot come here and rob. And unfortunately, there are those of us that have. The Mzungus that are here, they're doing it, robbing. the Chinese that are here, they're doing it, robbing. And it's unfortunate. And I think the greatest power that this continent has is the power of the black diaspora, of all those descendants of this continent that are dispersed throughout the world, and we're everywhere. That is this continent's greatest power. And I think it just needs to be tapped into. It needs to be tapped into. So only time will tell. And we'll see how this all plays out for us all. I appreciate your time. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me. If you've made it this far, I thank you. And if you so desire, please subscribe. Subscribe. And hit the like button. If you will. I would appreciate it. And until next time, salute.
Enjoy what